You might know someone like this, or maybe you're that person. They never double text or chase after anyone. When things go south, they don't flinch. At least, they don't let you see it. They seem unfazed by situations that would send most people into a tailspin. There's something captivating about that demeanor, something that, from afar, looks like total self-control. It's as if they've figured out something that the rest of us are still grappling with. Psychologists have spent years digging into what's really going on inside people like this, and the truth is more intricate than it seems. That air of nonchalance is rarely just a personality trait. It's usually rooted in a backstory. Researchers who focus on emotion regulation often discover that those who appear unshaken on the outside have cultivated that calm in environments where showing emotions came with a price. Think of a child who was told to toughen up when they expressed fear, or one who cried and was met with indifference. A child who sought comfort but received criticism instead. That child doesn't stop feeling, they just stop showing it. The act becomes so ingrained, so early on, that by the time they reach adulthood, it no longer feels like an act, it feels like their true self. In the 1990s, psychologist James Gross explored what emotional suppression really does, not just to the face, but to the body beneath it. His findings were surprising. When people hold back their emotional expressions, their physiological responses actually ramp up. Heart rates soar, and the stress response kicks in. The emotion doesn't vanish, it just gets pushed inward. So, the person who appears completely unbothered is often, on a physiological level, more activated than someone who's visibly falling apart. The calm you admire from the outside might not be calm at all on the inside. It could be the most costly way to seem okay. The issue of nonchalance really stands out when it comes to relationships. Those who are nonchalant often come across to their loved ones as distant or unreachable. They can seem emotionally absent, even when they're right there in the room. Partners often describe the feeling of performing for an audience that just won't engage, like they're knocking on a door that remains firmly shut. The nonchalant person usually doesn't grasp this dynamic. From their perspective, they're not holding back. They're just being themselves. The wall they built is so familiar that they've forgotten it's even there. They mistake it for their personality. Telling a nonchalant person that their behavior is a problem rarely makes a difference. Most have heard this their entire lives, but it doesn't resonate because their strategy has been effective. It has kept them safe, independent, and in control of their emotions. What truly changes things is experiencing a different kind of evidence. A relationship where expressing emotions feels safe. A place where vulnerability doesn't lead to mockery, withdrawal, or loss. Where the original lesson, that feelings come with a cost, is gently and consistently proven wrong. The wall doesn't crumble because someone demands it. It falls away when there's no longer a need for it. Nonchalant individuals aren't those who feel less. They're simply people who learn early on that showing their feelings could have consequences. The calmness you observe, the unbothered expression, the slow responses, the seeming indifference, isn't a sign of emptiness. It's a form of discipline. It's a skill developed by a young person, still in use long after the circumstances that called for it have passed. The real question isn't whether they feel. They certainly do. The question is whether they've ever found a place safe enough to explore those feelings.